Hey Tailies, it's Astra. Yeah, we took a little break, to take some time to digest what's been going on the past few weeks, and we can all agree racism is and always has been the problem in this country and in this world. But what I've been witnessing are people who are maliciously being violent, tearing up their cities, and physically harming our men and women in uniform who did absolutely nothing personal to them. That's also a problem. The level of disrespect that's being given to our officers, especially here at the NYPD, they're indirectly suffering from the mistakes of others who are not representative of those bad ones. It's uncalled for. We as humans are better than that. The person under that uniform deserves to be able to go home every night to their family after a day of work. Yeah, it's a job, but knowing many of them personally, when I've asked why they became a police officer, their answer was always very similar, because they chose to serve and protect their city that many of them grew up in. Listen, you take off their uniform, they're one of us. There's bad and good in every profession out there. And if you're looking for police reform, I get it, that's fine, because we can all agree the system needs to be changed. I feel like we're facing even more of a divide than we ever were before, especially among our friends, because a lot of people don't share similar beliefs, and we can agree to disagree. But instead of continuing to make problems progressively worse, there's gotta be ways for all of us to unite and come together so we could begin to make things progressively better. I gotta say, hate's not the answer. We all bleed the same color. We all just have to learn to love, protect, and respect one another, right? At the end of the day, strip us down, we're all the same race, the human race. So I pray that we can all come together in peace, harmony, love, sooner than later, and I just want to say thank you for listening.
Hi friends, it's me, Danielle. It's so good to see you. Well, it's good to be seen at least, because you see me, I don't see you. You know what I mean. We took a 2-week hiatus. As you know, we got several messages from you guys and we really appreciated them. We just needed some time to digest and educate ourselves as to what's been going on, not only recently, but for a long time. So thank you for being patient while we just did some research. And I know we all have our own feelings about everything. And one thing that I think we can all agree on is that racism needs to stop. It's been going on for way too long. And the only way it'll change is if we all come together and make that change. So I hope that you find it in yourself to start making that change if you haven't already. I've seen it way too many times. It's not fair. Really isn't fair. So be kind, show love, and be respectful. Thank you so much, and I can't wait to see you soon. Take care, guys.
Thanks, Dee. Astra. I have so much to say. First off, I don't believe we should be talking so much as listening. But with that said, I did agree to appear on this week's episode with the condition we discuss what's going on in the world right now, these critical issues affecting our country. I understand we're lighthearted, we're fun, tales over cocktails will always be that kind of podcast, but you can't ignore what is happening. I support Black Lives Matter. I am an active anti-racist and ally. If you follow me on social media, you know this. But here are some facts. In 2019 alone, over 1,000 people were killed by police right here in the US. This is unacceptable. And that is why police reform has to happen. Okay, it could bring about better training and de-escalation, changing work environments so that the good cops out there can report bad behavior without fear of being punished or retaliated against. I believe the system should be overseen by the community in which it's sworn to serve and protect. And I believe in transparency. These are simple things. Also, allocation of funds for mental health, okay, and for housing, and for educational resources for communities that need it. Black Lives Matter. This is a systemic issue, and people of color in our country for 400 years have been facing injustice. I'm not trying to diminish any other issue. This is to bring awareness and shed light on injustice in our country. And to all the people who have protested and signed petitions and called their elected officials or wrote to them, we're finally starting to see a change. And we have so much more work to do. So read up. Black Lives Matter. Great documentary, 13th on Netflix. It's very educational. So I hope you'll join in the movement and we can start to see some real change. On with our episode.
Yay, the gang is back.
Hey.
Oh, I didn't even get myself a drink. Oh, well.
Oh, are you kidding me? Where's your girl? Tell her to make something for you. So good to see everybody. Oh.
Hey, you guys didn't record for the past 2 weeks.
No.
Yeah, we took a little hiatus. You know?
Honestly, I'll be honest, I don't feel like it's right to be recording. I took a lot of time and I just want to be doing something that's useful. I want to do something where it's helping our listeners. And I just feel like right now the climate, it just has not felt right at all. Just being honest.
Okay. Well,
I hear ya.
I appreciate your honesty.
Yeah.
Did anyone get a test, like the COVID test at all? I'm just curious.
I did.
No, I want to go.
Do it?
I want to go get the antibody test this week. Did you?
I did the
No.
blood and it came back negative. Negative for antibodies, negative for exposure.
Wow. What about you, Wes?
They're not always accurate, those tests. So
That's what I'm saying. But I did, and I know, Wes, you missed out the last time we had spoken, but I spoke to my actual doctor because I had my test done by my gyno. So then I spoke to my actual doctor like a week later because I had to refill prescriptions. And I had told him about that time I was sick back in January. And he thinks that I potentially may have had it. But he said as time goes on, you lose your antibodies. So he thinks by the time I took the antibodies test that the antibodies are already gone.
Wow.
I mean, that's the same thing we think too. Like, I was sick for a few days and Adriana was sick in January for a while. And it's probably when it happened, so. No, I was asking because I like the story I heard today with the New York City mayor, how he had his first test on Monday.
Oh,
All they
yeah.
say
Why
is,
didn't he get tested 3 months ago?
or forcing everyone, get a test. Everyone needs to get a test, and he never did it.
Yeah, that's odd. I don't know
Yeah.
why he didn't do that.
It's pretty funny, but yeah, that was good. But no, I haven't done it yet, so I guess Astro was the only one, right?
I wonder if you've been exposed since you've been out and about so much,
I don't know. I feel fine.
Yeah?
you could
you
still
could've
be
been-
asymptomatic.
Right.
Yeah.
You could be exposed and asymptomatic and actually have antibodies. I actually have some friends that have tested positive for antibodies, but they never were really sick. Some of them said that they may have felt a little run down, but they were never at that point where it was like gasping for air or fevers, chills, like none of that. They just were like, oh, I just kind of was like, my throat bothered me for a second. I'm like, oh, wow, okay.
I still think we need to be really careful because there are a lot of states now. New York, thankfully, isn't one of them yet. But as we roll into phase 2, which I think is going to kick off on Monday, there are other states that are reporting many more cases, new cases. So, I mean, to avoid another lockdown, like people need to realize this shit isn't over.
Right.
Still going on. You wear
Florida
freaking masks. Follow social distancing rules. Like, I don't know if you've seen the news, but there are people out there that are partying, large groups of people, no masks, no social distancing. And they think, it's summertime and now things are, restrictions are getting lifted. It doesn't mean it's over.
I just I go to Target like every day, and most of the people, including employees, do not wear a mask.
Really?
They're not wearing it. Yeah. They don't wear them.
On Long Island, everyone is wearing a mask inside all the stores I go to.
Mhm.
Everywhere. So, that's good.
No.
But you're in Brooklyn, right? So.
Yeah. They don't wear them.
Wow.
Yeah. What can you say? You can't even say anything.
I mean, same out here in the city. I see people a lot wear masks, but then I see a lot that are not, or the ones that wear the mask on their chin because they're getting air.
But then I'm driving around all the time too. It's like they want you to wear a mask, and then most of the cops are not even wearing masks.
I see a lot of
They're
the
outside. They're not wearing them.
actually.
They're not wearing them.
I did go to a few of the protests, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
And basically everybody I saw, they were wearing masks. The few exceptions I saw
Really?
were police officers. Yeah.
See, and I've seen protests going up and down like my area, and I see people with no masks on, and I'm like, that's great.
But even at the protests, like the cops at the protests, you could see them in the
They
video,
have
and they're
them.
not wearing a
I
mask.
see them. They have
Yeah, I
them.
see
They
them.
can have them. I have one too. You
Yeah.
can
I
have
see
it all
them,
you
But
want.
it
but
does
you gotta
need to
wear
go
it.
on your face and not, with your
Yes.
nose sticking out. In an area where you are not able to social distance, you need to wear it.
Or like Cuomo coming out on the subway where he didn't have his mask on, right? That was a good one too.
I mean, listen, lead by example, right?
But by the way, did you guys see in the news, and I think this was in the New York Post, there's a gym in California that opened up with a bunch of, it almost like a shower curtain. There's
Really?
little pods so they have a bench in there, the weights, and then they have each little workout area separated by this clear plastic shower curtain thing.
Wow.
But I'm not sure how I feel about that, because unless you're really sanitizing it between each client, how is that really going to like a tiny little area where you're going to have a lot of different people in and out throughout the day? How is that going to keep people protected?
Maybe
The
it has that
barbershop over
sanitizing
here.
spray.
Yeah.
It has that sanitizing spray, like was it Putin in Russia? Did you hear about that? You walk through a little tunnel and it sprays you.
Oh, get out of here. I heard that they have those machines you walk through where like the UV light is supposed to like kill whatever when you go through it. Yeah.
Well,
Actually, there's a gym out here. This girl that I know told me that her Equinox is allowing one person in the gym per hour. So you have to sign up for an hour. You get a 1 hour workout, private gym basically. So you get to go in for 1 hour. So one of her friends has like an hour slot and things like that. So I said, that's crazy. I mean,
how is that cost effective for them?
I mean, right now it's not, but she's like, we pay $200 a month anyway. And I said, I know, but at the end of the day, look how big
You're
New
going to
York
end up
City
charging
is.
more. I don't know. I don't know
Look how big New York City is and how many people are going to want to work out,
What do they clean? Do they clean the entire gym after every person that goes in?
Yep, and they go in for they get a 1 hour time slot.
Wow.
I mean, I appreciate that they're there for their clients, but at the same time, how is that good for their business model? I don't know.
Right. Yeah. I mean, a lot of businesses have been closing down, especially even around here. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I heard a lot of the restaurants in Manhattan are closing. And then also around here, the hair salons and barbershops, they have partitions up between each station. And every single time a client gets in, they sanitize the chair right in front of them so they could see it being sanitized. And then the next client comes in after that, and they sanitize, they keep sanitizing. The barbershop around here, they have shower curtains in between each chair.
Yeah, but what happens if you have to get up and go to the sink, like you're getting color? How does that work? I guess they don't do multiple clients at a time.
Right. So they have different designated areas spaced out 6 feet apart from each client.
Have you gone yet? Getting their hair done, and they're all wearing masks when they're doing it.
Yeah, I got mine done last Wednesday.
Did you have a mask on the whole time?
I wore a mask. We actually went downstairs because I can't keep the mask on too long because of my asthma. The CO2, like I'll faint. I'll get an asthma attack. Mm-hmm. So I went downstairs and I had my mask off, and my stylist had her mask on, and there was nobody else around us, which is great. But I had my mask on when I had get my shampoo, and then when we were around other people, 100%. Yeah. So it's just hard, I mean, you have asthma too, but I just can't keep it on too long.
It's tough.
I pull it down a little bit to get some fresh air, and then I'll put it back up. But
I feel sick.
I find myself breathing through my mouth more than my nose when I have a mask on. Does that happen to any of you guys?
I get a little worried because I'm like, oh, what if it's gonna get stuck in my mouth?
I don't know if I don't think I breathe any differently, but I do feel sick after wearing it for a little bit.
Yeah,
it does bother me too.
No.
You're just like rebreathing your own air. Like what I've started to do is when I'm walking down the street, if there's nobody within, my view, I take it down just so I can breathe clean air. And then when I see someone coming my way, it goes right up. And as I pass
don't wear
them,
it in the street.
It goes back down. Oh, really?
No, I can't because it's tough for me to wear it at all times. It really is. because I have bad allergies and then, well, you definitely know when your breath stinks. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Gotta get those Listerine strips. But honestly, if you're gonna be around anybody, you have to wear it. It just is.
Yeah.
Well, I don't feel like I'm going in like a big group of people where it's like, holy shit, let me put this on right now. I stay, keep my distance, whatever. But yeah, when I'm walking
The
around
mask
outside,
is
I don't really
not
wear it.
protecting you. It's actually
I know.
protecting others around you from
Yeah.
droplets. I mean, it's not, medical grade or anything like that. So unless you're wearing an N95, it's not really doing much for you, but it is a courtesy to others around you. So if you're going to be somewhere where there's other people around and they can't stay 6 feet away, it's like unavoidable.
Mm-hmm. Definitely the subway.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work.
I know. We got the email about going back to work after Labor Day.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm nervous about getting on public transportation. Like, it's
so
scary.
far away, though. It's so far away. It's crazy.
Well, hopefully, I mean, I saw that they're, they are working on that the testing for the vaccine. So that is where we won't have to worry as much once there's a vaccine.
If that gets approved, would you take it right away? Would you get it?
I think so. I think once they do the testing on it, yeah.
I think after I see the results from people.
I would wait. Especially even my nurse friends were saying at least 2 to 3 years you need to wait.
I mean, what are you going to do? It's a pandemic.
I'll ride it out.
Right.
Anyway, I do want to shift into something else that's going on because it is Pride Month. And I mean,
I love Pride Month.
Actually, you know what showed up in my, not time hop, but I had in my memories, I saw a picture of me and you, Danielle, at the Pride Parade last year. And we were there. Remember, Vanessa Williams was there. I can't believe it was a year ago, basically.
That's just crazy. A whole year went by.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, to call this timing ironic, it's like an understatement. Because this literally happened like the day after the Trump administration rolled back healthcare protections for trans people, which is just disgusting. But there was a win. So Supreme Court ruling that you cannot fire somebody based off of their sexual orientation and their gender identity now. So that's protected. And you probably saw a lot of this pop up on your news feed, on Instagram, everything. So
yeah.
It's just, it's wonderful that this protection is there and Pride Month. So I just thought that was great.
I'm happy. I always worry about my sister when she's going for job interviews or whatever. She is a lesbian and she does dress more on the manly side. So I always worry, like, are these people going to judge her because of who she is and what she looks like and, who she wants to love. And, she's got pictures all over social media with her and her girlfriend. You know what I mean? So I always, always, always worry about her. And she's always been great wherever she worked. And they all loved her. And they looked beyond that. They didn't see her as, oh, she's gay. She's
I don't think you should judge anyone by who they choose to love anyway.
Right.
Of course not. But the fact is, the protection should be included for.
Of course. No, but I'm saying, listen, a person's a person. If you can do the job, do the job. Like, you shouldn't judge somebody based upon who they want to love.
There's still got to be some companies out there that,
Of course there are, which is sad. It's sad.
I'm glad that your sister never had to deal with that.
Yeah.
Never. I'm always the one that was worried, She's like, don't worry, I'm fine. Forget about it. I'm like,
Does she talk like you too? Does she have your accent?
She has an accent, but not like me. Mine is 10 times worse.
Is she a tough cookie? Is she a tough cookie?
She's a tough cookie. Oh, yeah. But she's also got a soft side to her. Like, growing up, she was always like, she was tough, like nobody wanted to fuck with her. But then, like, I learned, we're 3 years apart. So, like, we were only in high school for a little while together. And then
She's older or younger?
She's younger.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm 41. She'll be 38 in July, a couple weeks. So, it's funny because I never saw like this soft side to her. And then when like our dad passed away and then like my grandparents, my sister was just so emotional. I'm like, I've never seen you like this. Like, I never seen her cry. Never seen her cry. And I was like, oh my God, look at you. I was like, look at you, softie. But she's so sweet. I love my sister. Like, it's so funny how opposite we are, but then you could see like we both have like anxiety issues and we're both emotional people, but like I never saw that from my sister growing up, or even when I was in college and she was still in high school. And then I barely lived with her in my adult life, so I never really got to see that side of her, you know. But it's nice to be able to see her happy with a woman that she loves, and you know, they go away together, and there's no judgment, you know. Like my aunt, who was gay, she had to hide it for so long because she was afraid of ramifications from the public, from our family. And it was awful, you know. And she was miserable because she couldn't be who she was. But when we went to Cherry Grove, she was like party in Fire Island, you know.
Cherry Grove's
She had
a
a great
fun
old time.
time.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
And she felt accepted there, obviously, because Cherry Grove, if those of you who don't know, it's like the Gay Island and Fire Island. So, and there's the Pines also. So,
That's where
you know,
Uncle Johnny works?
yeah,
Is that
Uncle
the
Johnny
place?
works
Okay.
out there.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. He's asking me to go there this summer. So I said, as soon as things calm down a little bit, I'll come out there.
Are they opening up this summer?
Yeah, they're gonna open up, but I think they're gonna limit, obviously, how many people go in.
Right.
So,
I mean,
yeah.
unless they do what they're doing, you know, around here, where they have kind of like the outside dining / drink.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll
Well, it's all
probably have
outside
that.
over there, isn't it? It's all outdoors there.
It is. Oh, at Fire Island, yes, but I mean,
Yeah.
like, you know, you won't be able to congregate in the outdoor club,
Mhm.
I'm sure, because of social distancing. So they might just keep everybody outside the location, outside the establishment,
Yeah.
but yet everyone congregating to drink in front of it.
Yeah.
Like they're doing in Manhattan anyway.
Oh my goodness, this whole area there. I'm not gonna lie. The other day I was walking down 9th Avenue and I had to walk in the street because there were crowds of people outside certain bars that I didn't want to walk through it. I just didn't. Yeah, I had my mask on, but I'm not walking through that. So I'm like in the middle of the street walking around it. And yeah, I mean, everybody's out and about just drinking and hanging out like no big deal. Crazy.
Yeah.
So at what point do you think you're going to feel comfortable sitting in an outdoor restaurant? As soon as they say it's okay, or are you going to wait a little bit?
I'm going to wait. I definitely am going to wait. It's weird because the other day I actually went down to 5 Napkin Burger to take like food to go with some friends, but they wanted to sit at the table outside to eat. So technically, I guess it's like we ate there, but there's not anyone coming out to serve us. There's not, you know, utensils being used. It was a to-go plate and all that stuff. So, okay, so maybe my butt touched a seat that somebody else's butt was on, but my clothes go right into the
I think
wash,
your butt's
you know?
okay.
I think my butt
I don't think it transfers through, you know, your pants.
Butt juice.
I went to dinner with Scary the other day, Scary Jones.
Oh, how is he?
Yeah, he's great. He's so good. Him and his friend Dave. He actually
Love Dave.
Yeah, they came here to Long Beach, and I met them at LB Social, and we were outdoor dining, and the server had a mask on, and obviously we didn't because we were eating and drinking, but everyone who worked for the restaurant had gloves on, they had masks on, and they would take their gloves off after every time they served something to somebody. So
Wow.
yeah, they were doing a great job, and a lot of places here in Long Beach, they're also utilizing the outdoor dining opportunity to make money, and some of them aren't. Some of them are just doing pickup and delivery.
I saw some of the places on Long Island, they have, I guess, some of the streets closed or half of the streets so they can put more tables outside, which is
Yeah.
nice. It would
And
be
they're
nice if they did
using
that in the city.
Parking lot.
They're utilizing parking lots, right? Yeah, they're utilizing those as well. I'm hoping that Long Beach does that too, because in the middle of Park, there's tons of parking lots and whatever. So I hope they can use them but the problem is you're crossing this busy street. What are you gonna do? Carry food with you? You know what I mean?
And aren't people going to get upset that parking spaces are being taken by tables, especially when
Right.
they're trying to go to the beach?
Or people have apartments over there too.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
What about you, Wen? Have you been out to eat yet? Or are you still doing the ordering in and cooking?
We're ordering in. I did go out with a mask on with my friend. I have two friends that I regularly try to go for a walk with. And my friend Alyssa and I actually took a walk down Austin Street right here in Forest Hills. And
I love
it's like the
Austin.
most, yeah, it's great. But it was such a post-apocalyptic feel because there are people just like, you can go up to these little windows to get like a slice of pizza and just like take it to go and walk. So people, you'd see them like mask and then they would take a bite of pizza. You can also get alcohol to go if you order food. So we ordered food and they gave us like a little to-go container of frozen margaritas. So we did that.
Wow.
Which you drank on the way.
Mhm.
How
So
was
we
it?
kind of took it to go and it was delicious. And it felt good to support our local business around here because they've been hurting. So you
Yeah.
obviously can't go inside, but they have like a little station set up like on the sidewalk. And then we were thinking to ourselves, who actually drives down Austin Street? Why don't they just close it to vehicle traffic?
Right.
Have it just be all pedestrian, because you have Queens Boulevard that runs parallel to it. So
Parallel,
why do you need to have Austin Street open to cars? But
Exactly.
I don't
and
know,
it's not a wide street really, isn't it?
it's always
No.
a hot mess because people are trying to
lane.
park. It's like
Yeah.
one lane.
It's one lane each way, so why don't they just shut it? You're right.
Yeah.
Well, like
but
in
it
the
was
city,
great
they should,
idea.
in the city they should close like 9th Avenue where all the restaurants are.
yeah,
Maybe
it's
part
like
of
the
2nd
same
Avenue, part of 3rd
situation.
Avenue.
But it was,
Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you, those nachos were really good. And the
Oh,
frozen
I love
margarita,
nachos.
we cut them in half because we didn't want to like touch each other's stuff. So, but we
Someone's
made
taking a
one.
picture.
I know.
I know. I miss you guys.
And it
Wes,
was fun. We went to,
Wes, I know that you were like, didn't you go to the outlets or something?
first we went to the casinos in Connecticut. We went multiple
Oh,
times. We
yeah.
went
How
to
was that?
Mohegan Sun and Foxwoods. It's
Wait, how are the casinos
weird.
working? Because you can't really use cash at them right now, right? Or can you? Because I
Yeah, you
heard
can.
that some casinos are going to go cashless.
No, I mean, it's not, I can't really say it's normal, but you still use cash. You obviously have to walk around with a mask when you walk in. I guess there's a camera or some kind of sensor that checks your temperature. So you
Mhm.
walk by, and then if your temperature's too hot, they stop you. But yeah, no, it's open. It's like every other machine is on, and you use cash, and it's like the same way.
Did they stop people from smoking in them?
Oh yeah, you cannot smoke, which is nice.
Oh, good.
Yeah, there's no
Oh,
smoking inside
indoors
the
was still a
casino.
thing.
No.
At the
Well,
casinos,
at casinos you're allowed to.
always. It's so bad.
Yeah, no smoking at all. I mean, you could still get beverages. They're walking around with beers and stuff, so they
Yeah.
allow you to drink or let you have your mask down if you have a drink. And they have like tables you could get food and sit down and inside and eat. So it's different. And then the outlet was nice that it was open, but obviously you have to wear a mask going in. All the stores were not open yet, but it was cool.
How are you
Cool
doing
seeing
shopping over there?
stuff.
Because was it like sidewalk shopping, or you could go into the actual store?
You could go into the store.
Wow.
Yeah. Well,
Wow,
soon we'll
that's
be able to
awesome.
do that here in New York, and I guess Long Island should already have started that.
Yeah, well, you're allowed to go in some retail stores. The
Yeah.
malls are not open yet.
Gotcha.
Well,
But we need to be
like
careful
your
'cause-
outlets and stuff should be open soon.
But look what
Yeah.
I mean. Look
Park in
what's happening in
Riverhead.
Florida right now. Like,
Right, I know. After 1 week, they reclosed the restaurants and everything.
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yep.
proceed with caution. I mean, a
Yeah.
lot of people do think that maybe we're rushing to open because it's just been everyone's home and they're like, oh, enough already.
I think you just got to be smart. That's it.
Yeah.
Wear the mask.
has the
Don't be on
itch.
top
But
of each
do I
other.
trust
Yeah.
other people to be smart? Because especially in these times, I found that most people are actually pretty dumb. I don't
It's even
trust
worse
them
now.
to
The only
not get
person
me
you can
sick.
trust is yourself. That's it. You have to be
Yes.
able to only
Yep.
trust yourself.
Well said.
Yeah.
So as
Totally.
long as you're
You go-
doing the right thing, you can't worry about anybody else in a way.
What drives me nuts is you go into some of these places and people are coughing like crazy, and they obviously look sick, and they're still out and about and going to these
Oh
other
my
places,
God.
and you don't know what they have. They could have the virus. So
Isn't it weird? Like only a few months ago, if somebody were coughing on the subway, we wouldn't think much about it. We'd probably be like
Yeah.
annoyed,
You might be
Yeah.
like cover your
mildly
mouth,
annoyed. Be like,
whatever, no
"Oh,
big deal. Yeah.
why are you coughing on me now? Oh my gosh, what a different reaction you'd have.
Can
Oh,
I tell
yeah.
you the other day I like choked on my own saliva?
oh, how dare you? Oh, we
She
lost her.
froze.
Frozen. She's choking on her own saliva again.
She's joking. Oh my gosh.
wow.
Hello?
Yeah, she completely dropped out.
What do
Hello.
we
I just
do?
like the frozen image of her holding her neck.
Do we continue to have a conversation without her? I hope she unfreezes.
She might come
What
back.
okay.
She might come back.
I don't know what happened.
Oh my god.
She might actually be messing
might
with
be
it. Oh,
choking.
there she is.
Guys.
Oh,
Sorry.
that's you're back.
Hey, you're
Oh
unfrozen.
my gosh. It was frozen and I was like, oh no. I'm telling them something and they're all like,
So
No, it
basically,
froze
you were
when- it froze
choking
when you're
on your
holding your
own
neck.
saliva.
And then you
Yeah,
were
'cause,
holding
like, you
your
know how
neck and then it
sometimes-
froze.
oh, it froze like this.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're like, I got a picture for you. Don't worry, I'll send it to you.
No, like sometimes you like might swallow the wrong way and you're just like, like you just like start to cough. So of course it happened while I'm walking down the street and
Yeah.
I'm doing everything I can to try to hold the cough in because I saw people and I'm like, they're gonna think I'm sick and I'm like, just so bad. Like it's crazy. I can't live like this.
I know.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this will be for, I guess, 6 to 8 more months. And then I'm just concerned about when it gets colder in the winter and we're all stuck inside.
Mhm.
And if you want to go out to eat, are they going to shut the restaurants again? Are
They may
going
have to if there's no vaccine.
Yeah,
But back to takeout.
back to
But
takeout.
hopefully by then there'll be some laws to help protect restaurants and the
Yeah,
restaurant
I really
industry,
hope
'cause
so. I mean, a lot of my friends own so many different restaurants, and I'm concerned. Like, I really hope that they'll be able to continue their businesses, but some of them had to take small business loans. I have DJ friends, I have photographers that do wedding stuff, and videographers, and weddings have been canceled for like the next 8 to 10 months.
Well,
Whole year.
Yeah, I was
the best
talking to
thing
DJ
you
whatever.
can
and it
do
sucks.
right now is make sure you go out and vote. That's all I have to say. Just go out and vote.
Yep. Go out and
because
vote.
It's all how people are handling the situation. And if you want to be heard, just got to make sure your voice is heard.
New York primary
don't-
is the
and-
23rd.
23rd. So you know what I'm a little concerned about?
Don't
'Cause
go
I
to those
actually-
big rallies.
Oh, trust me, I'm not going to anybody's rally. Never mind. But
That was
I
nonsense. When I heard about that, I was like, "Wow, are you kidding me?"
Well, we
was
agreed
kinda
not
funny.
to. We agreed not to go there. But I will say this: I did
Oh, I'm not-
apply for an absentee ballot, and I did not receive it yet.
Wasn't it supposed to be postmarked by yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh, I sent out. Well, no, I mean I sent the application for it in like weeks
I
ago.
think
Right, but it was supposed to be
Adriana
postmarked
automatically
by
got hers,
yesterday, I
right?
thought.
Absentee ballot.
Yeah,
That's
I
what I
automatically got mine
Did you
too.
just get one absentee ballot? Oh, I don't know.
For
She
the
got one for the
primaries. I
primary.
don't know. We should look that up. I mean,
Hers
I don't-
automatically came. She didn't apply for
Mine,
anything.
yeah, mine automatically came too.
the
I didn't get
actual
one.
ballot.
Yeah. Let me see.
Wow.
I think I have it over here.
I didn't get a ballot. I still didn't get my stimulus
You know,
check.
I'm gonna
Get
I'm gonna
anything.
scream bloody murder if I don't get my ballot. I'm gonna
You
show
didn't
up
get
at
the money
polling
yet?
site.
I didn't get my stimulus check. No,
I thought you said you got the debit card.
that was Danielle. She did.
Oh, I can't keep track.
Wait, did you get one, Wes?
Yeah, I got mine. I think I was the
everybody-
first one to get it.
When was
ballot.
the first one?
Everybody
Oh
got
well, look at that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
I
was
never
that
got mine.
postmarked by yesterday? I could have sworn I heard it say it had to be postmarked by yesterday.
I
Yeah.
truly.
But I'm going to
hope
go in
not.
person. I'm not going to do
Oh,
it.
yeah, exactly. Okay.
I mean, I'll go in person if I have to, but I just don't want to show up and have them say, "Oh, you can't vote because you applied for an absentee ballot."
No, that's okay. You can apply for it, and if you don't send it in and you go in person, that's still fine.
Is it okay?
Yeah. Yeah, my friend did that. She didn't think she was going to be home. She wound up being home for one of these elections the last 8 years. And then she was in North Dakota or something, and she wound up being home. So,
I can't believe Astra didn't get her money yet.
It says 7 days before Election Day. So when's the 23rd? It needed to be yesterday, right?
Yep.
Wow,
Oh,
that's
you
so
failed.
messed up. Yeah, I'm gonna have to show up on Election Day.
I'm the only broke bitch in this group right now.
Not true.
Well, you got your stimulus. I didn't.
I didn't.
I didn't get a lot
anything.
though.
Oh wait, Wendy, you didn't get yours either?
Nope.
Oh,
Nothing.
did you get the
Apparently,
Trump,
they don't
the Trump
want-
letter?
I would probably burn that shit. Honestly.
Wait,
I mean, I shredded it anyway. I thought it was funny, but that'd be funny if you got the letter, but you didn't get the check.
Oh, what,
my
the
God.
stimulus letter?
But I will tell you
No,
this though.
they gave the check and then he mailed a letter, I guess, saying what it was for, and he signed it or something. So
Oh,
I was saying
Let me
it would be
tell you
funny if
something.
you got that letter instead.
I sent a lot of letters and signed a lot of stuff in the past couple of weeks, and I actually got some responses. Like
Really?
I made a lot of calls, and I heard from my representative Grace Meng. She sent me a personalized letter. I heard from
How's
one
she
of our
doing?
assembly.
Okay.
She's doing good. I mean, I'm like, oh, I'm going to vote for her now because not only did she write me a letter, she wrote me a letter to tell me that she agreed with a lot of the points that I was concerned about. And she's up for
That's
reelection.
great.
So, yeah. So, yeah, they do listen, believe it or not.
That's awesome. I did a lot of stuff for the ALS Association when we had a ride to Capitol Hill and everything.
Wow.
And my dad died of Lou Gehrig's disease, which is ALS. And, I always was like, is this going to even do anything? But it did. It did a lot of
does.
stuff. So don't think that it don't work because it does. Okay.
It does. I wrote to a lot of people, but I got like one of those automated responses from Governor Cuomo. I guess he's too busy weeding out, other things going on right now, but hey, we responded. Somebody's on the other end of those emails. So
Do you think
if
he's
you
going to
got
go for
something to
president
say,
one day?
say it. What?
No.
Do you think Cuomo's going to go for president? He
Maybe.
says he's not going to, but do you think
He
he's
says
going
he's
to?
not going to, but I mean,
I don't think
I don't
so.
know. I don't know.
And I guess his daily conferences is Friday. He's not doing them anymore.
Oh,
Friday.
really?
That I didn't know.
Yeah, he said the last one's Friday.
My mom's devastated. She freaking has the hugest crush on this guy.
Well,
She's
maybe
like,
they'll
"Oh,
give him his own TV show.
It's the
She's
same
like, my
fucking story
boyfriend
every
ain't gonna be
day.
on TV no more. I'm like, okay, there's social media. Look him up on the social media.
Go
He
follow
tells the
him on
same
Instagram.
story.
Chelsea
same
Handler
story
has
every
dibs on
time.
him. She's been posting some really good stuff if you want to check out Chelsea Handler, but she also has such a crush on Governor Cuomo that she stands him really hard. So
No way.
those two get together. That'd be really cute. Although she's in California, I think. So I don't know how that'd work.
Is she still obsessed
I
with
thought
50
she was
Cent
out
or
in
not?
LA.
50
I don't know.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's right. I think she moved on
I
from
remember
50.
that. Oh, yeah?
God, I love 50 Cent.
I haven't seen... Has he been posting anything?
I don't know. I haven't looked, but
Yeah.
did you
'Cause he
know
used
that Tekashi 6ix9ine was staying in Long Beach, by the way?
I
Yep.
think I
I
heard
saw
that.
someone.
Yeah.
He was literally right down
He
the
was
block.
right by you
Right down the block from me.
until he got ratted out.
Some girl took a picture of him and posted it.
Oh yeah, I think I did see that.
Yeah,
Is he staying
But
at
why
your
is
house?
he out? He's out because of the virus?
my house. He got out of jail because of the coronavirus. Yeah.
Wow.
So, guys, we have
Doesn't he
about 5 minutes left of this meeting, and I just wanted to point out, and I know, Danielle, you probably have a lot of information on this, something that we at iHeartRadio are involved in, going back to Pride and Pride Month. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you wanted to talk about Katy Perry and Adam Lambert.
Oh,
And
I
cancel
cannot
Pride.
wait. Oh my God. So I don't know if you guys heard Elvis make the announcement the other day, but something amazing is going to happen. It's called Can't Cancel Pride, and it's going to be on June 25th at 9 p.m. It's going to be streaming on iHeartRadio, Facebook, and Instagram.
And Pride Radio.
What?
And Pride Radio.
And Pride Radio, yeah. And it's sponsored by PNG. And basically, Adam Lambert's going to be doing stuff. Katy Perry, Kim Petras, Melissa Etheridge, who I'm obsessed with, Ricky
Yeah.
Martin, Sia, Big Freedia, and I think Elvis and Laverne Cox, they're hosting together,
That's
co-hosting.
fantastic. I love them. So it's going to be a virtual event.
Yeah. Yeah, virtual. There's more information if you go to Z100 New York on Instagram. There's a whole write-up in the bio, the link in bio. So it's going to be absolutely phenomenal. There's going to be performances and people talking about the newly passed law. And so it's going to be
And let's hope
incredible.
we can get rid of the, the damage that Trump did as far as healthcare and trans people, because that's just, it's just disgusting.
Yeah, so I'm excited for it. It should be good. And then there's a rally with Ashley Marie Preston and Brian Michael Smith. If you also look, it's on the 26th, June 26th from 5 to 8. And it's going to be streaming on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook at New York City Pride, NYC Pride. So if you guys want to check that out also, it's going to be another amazing opportunity to show your support for the Pride community.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it. I'm just bummed we can't do our annual Pride March, you know? I love that Pride March. I had a new tutu this year.
Oh my goodness, did you?
Yes, I got a new one.
You
I'm
wear
pretty
it.
sure people
You
will
can
still be
wear
out
it and
there.
post a picture on social media. I feel like
Yeah.
it's really important to show people out there that you support them and you support important causes.
Yep.
Equal rights.
100%.
They'll still be out there walking around, guaranteed. I guarantee they're going to do something.
Yeah, I
Not
mean,
supposed to, but they'll do
it'd
something.
be nice.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I live in Hell's Kitchen, so it's gay pride every day here. And even walking around, it's like the flags are out, it's super rainbow everywhere. So they're not holding back. You know, they love to party.
Yeah, I need to get some rainbows for my windows.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some decals. You know, Target in that $1 section, they have a bunch of Pride stuff. If you guys want to go.
Yeah. Well, Wes is always a Target, so.
Yeah. Like,
by the way, speaking of Target, and it says we have less than a minute, but usually we have more. Target actually, starting July 5th, is going to be raising their minimum wage to $15 an hour.
Yay!
yeah, I saw that.
Yay!
I think Walmart is cheaper, or Walmart doesn't give that much, right?
Well, and also, Target has also become the latest company to make Juneteenth a national paid holiday. So they're really doing some good stuff.
Yep.
So wait, does that mean they're going to be closed on that day?
I don't know if they're gonna. I don't know. I'm not really sure.
Because if it's a national paid holiday, I mean,
then they would probably be
maybe they're not open.
My guess is that they would be closed, but I guess you'd have to find out more on their website. But I respect that so much. But anyway, since we have less than a minute left, should we give out our socials?
Yeah, sure. I could start if you'd like. You know,
always start.
I'm at Danielle DeLillo.
I'm at Astra on the air.
Wes and his pick, even though I haven't really posted anything.
And I actually have posted a ton. So if you want to check out the link in my bio and all my stories, I actually have a highlight set up with a ton of important resources. Wendy Wild Radio, and together we are
Tales over cocktails.
Cocktails.
And Tales will see you on Twitter.
You beat me to it.
I did.
Until next time, guys.